Hello everyone, today we're going to be installing Kali Linux. So we're gonna go ahead and use you can do this in one or two ways. You can do it with the graphical install, or you can do it with the command line installation. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and choose the graphical install. And the only difference that you will notice within the graphical install and the installation and the CMI command line installation is that it pretty much one has the graphical and user interface, and the other one you have to follow a prompt that kind of looks like a terminal. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter to proceed. And while that is loading up, let me see if I can change the zoom level, that way you can follow along here. All right, I think that is accurate. So we want to choose English. And again, the other thing I want to note that this is a dry run, meaning that I have not pre-installed this before, and this will be my first time doing this on my virtual machine non-production environment. So we're gonna go ahead and accept the keyboard and allow it to do its thing. Now, the other thing I want to go ahead and mention while this is taking place is when you are setting up the properties around this virtual machine, you want to first of all go ahead and download the ISO file from Kali Linux, and I'll put the information in the description of the video. And once you have that ISO file, you want to go ahead and load it up when you're setting up your virtual machine. Now, for your virtual machine, and I'll get to this in a second, you want to use this settings. Hold on, let me pull it over. And you want to make sure that secure boot over here, as you can see, and this is for my Kali Linux environment, is disabled. So once you have that disabled and you choose the amount of memory you want to use, as well as every other thing you want. When I say connection, they say for the networking connection that you would want to use as well. So once you have that set up, you can go ahead and do that. So for this one, the host name I want to use for this particular VM is that. And then we don't want to configure a domain yet. I don't want it to be part of any domain, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit continue. And now it's going to ask me set up users and passwords. Now, for the user, I like to use something, for the sake of this, I'm going to go ahead and type in YT, which stands for YouTube, user. Just one S, no S, sorry. All right, so now it's asking me username for my account. So, of course, I'm just going to go this. And I'm going to have to choose a password. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. Eastern Standard Time. Configure the clock. And it's going to do that. Detecting the disk. And if you have all that done properly, you can go ahead. Now, the partitioning of the disk, you can choose to have that done automatically. And this is from my knowledge of setting on Linux environment virtual machines. So I know you can either use the guided, use the entire disk and set up LVM, or you can also set up encrypted LVM. Now, if you want to do either of those things and you want to manually set it up, you would have to configure the different kind of space partitions for your drives, including the boot sector and all of that. But if you're just wanting to be automatically done for you, you can just go ahead and use guided, use entire disk. And it will tell you the size of the virtual disk that is available to you. You want to go ahead and do that. Now, this is where it becomes a little bit challenging, where you want to have separate partitions, the /home/var and all these other things and a swap. But if this is your first time, which is our first time, we are just going to go and set all files in one partition and just go ahead and make it really simple and easy for us. There, it's going to give you, it's going to break down everything, and it's going to tell you have a free space. This is your swap. This is your ext4. This is the actual storage that you have, and it's telling you the type of file system you're using. So we have all of that up for us, and we are going to go ahead and hit continue. Write changes to disk, yes. Are going to be formatted. Write changes to disk, yeah, go ahead. And it's going to go ahead and do that, set that up for us. And we're just going to sit back, relax, and wait a few minutes and have it finish its process. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed this along. Okay, so now we are here. We have a desktop environment. We can choose to either use the genome or the KD plasma. So the difference here is the genome focuses on a minimalist, modern workflow-oriented approach, resembling a Mac OS style layout. So if you are used to Mac OS, you want to go ahead and highlight genome, or you are used to the Windows style kind of view of everything, in which case I am. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the KDE Plasma, and everything else is pretty much selected for us. So we're just gonna go ahead and hit continue, and again I'm gonna speed this along. So now we are to configure the display manager. We can use the LightDM or the SDDM. Now, the difference here is that the SDDM, which is a simple desktop display manager, is pretty much more and keeps in line is more in line with KDE Plasma, which is what we selected earlier. So you want to go ahead and select that one. And the other one is more in line with the other one that we chose earlier. The light, DM, which would be for the genome. So go ahead and hit continue. And again, I'm going to pause this and speed this along. Okay, so we were able to get done with all of that. And it's going to tell you to remove the installation media. So what you want to do here is click on the media, and well, it's already removed for us, so that's good. So we're just going to go ahead and hit continue. And while that's getting taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and pause and just move it along. So it's already started. That's awesome. Let's boot it into 1 second, and then it's pausing, and it's pause time. Okay, so we're back, and we've been able to bring it back up. It came back up with no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and log in. The YouTube user is the user that we created, and let me see if this will work. And this is just a way to confirm that our installation did in fact work. And I'll put in the details, the description of everything that I did. You can see the network and everything is working fine. We can give that a very quick test, and maybe go to facebook.com. Keep in mind, I'm only running this with a 2 gig RAM that I allocated to virtual machine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do facebook.com in a virtual machine, and just to confirm that it is in fact working properly. So there you have it. That's how you can install Kali Linux using a graphical interface. My name is Clint. Thank you for watching.